Hello, my name is Sherry. I'm an artist and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so here I am again doing the Drawing a Lionfish Part 2. I decided to speed this up because it took too long to do a normal speed, so this is all time lapse. So basically right here what I'm doing is putting in pen so I can scan it into the computer easier. Pencil doesn't exactly show up that well on my scanner, and as you can tell, I put all the stripes in, and then it switches to being on wood. For some reason, I forgot to I forgot to press record at the beginning, so I missed all that. So I missed all the, putting it on, transferring it onto the wood, and then starting to color it. So I go in with white first, and do all the light parts first. I found out that that's the best, to do all the light parts and work towards dark. Otherwise, sometimes the darker parts get a little muddy and they'll mix with the white, and then it's impossible to get the white again that white because the darker parts are mixed in. So right here you see that I'm putting in the brown. I'm putting in one shade of brown. On this, I think I used a darker brown and a red color for the highlights underneath the fish. This photo that I was going from was apparently taken at an aquarium, and there was lighting down beneath that was red, or that appeared red on the fish, and I thought that was really neat. So I decided to keep that. And then I put the darker brown, of course, for the shadows. So what I'm doing now is just adding more of the darker brown on the stripy parts. And so every time you see me pause and like my hand isn't in the frame, I'm having a very serious discussion with my pencil sharpener. I've had this pencil sharpener for a really, really long time. It's an electric one, but I sharpen pencils so often that the motor's starting to burn out, so I will soon need to get a new one. But for right now, I'm trying to, gently use it still and get the most out of it that I can. So yeah, you just saw me put in the red. And now I'm going in with a blender. In case you don't know what a blender is, okay, this is done in Prismacolor pencils. Prismacolor pencils have a high wax content, and the blender is just the wax without any pigment. So the blender, what that does, it like smears around the pigment, so it makes sure that it gets in all the little cracks and gives it a really nice, like, painterly look. I really, really love that. When I found out about this, this became my main focus in my artwork, is doing color pencil with the blender over it, because it just gives it such a nice texture, and it looks like it's been painted. And to me, doing pencil instead of going in with a paintbrush and, putting down color that way, to me, it just, I can get so much more detail to my drawing. So yeah, like in some of my drawings, I'll use watercolor or gouache or things like that as like a background color, and then I'll go in with pencil over it, either pencil or pastel, depending on what the surface that I'm working on, to do the little highlights and little tiny details. Okay, right here I'm putting in little dots on the fins, and you can probably hear my cat in the background. He's incredibly needy. He's just whiny. Okay, be quiet. Okay. So yeah, my cat's just incredibly loud and vocal, and he's been that way his whole life. So trust me, he gets the attention that he deserves. He just wants more. So okay, here you see me go in with the blender again, and I'm blending in those little tiny dots, the white and the brown. And of course I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. There's the tape. Now this blue painter's tape I love, but the thing is, on the wood it doesn't want to stick for some reason, so I have to like tape it down and tape it down to my desk. I just use the tape for making a really crisp straight line on the outer side, so it looks as if the fish is towards the foreground and the blue is the background, and it really like pushes the both of them so it seems three-dimensional. And it looks like I'm just about done. And then I go in and add some blue highlights just because the fish is in the water, so I wanted to make it look more like that. And then I take the tape off, and it's nice and crisp, and there we go. So here's the final product. This is the lionfish. I hope you enjoyed the process, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.